is Breezing Through, and I'm Emily. So today I want to talk. Hi, this is Breezing Through, and I'm Emily. So today I want to talk about a new download I have on my website. If you are new here, I have dozens of downloads on my website that range from $0 to $5. They're very inexpensive, trying to make them as accessible as possible to as many people as possible that are for neurodivergent families. My family is neurodivergent, and so I've taken things, resources that we have created and come up with specifically for my family, but also I've made them more useful for the general population, and they're on my site. And I have ones that I have collaborated with people who are autistic and other ADHD people to create these so that they are the most neuro-affirming downloads I could possibly find and create. So today we're going to talk about a new one that is free, and it is the lost item checklist. So this is something that is a struggle in my house. My daughter, who I've talked about before, is autistic, and finding things, losing things and finding things are a problem. She loses things frequently and has a really hard time finding things. Mostly it's the emotional regulation of it all, of the overwhelm of not being able to find the things she wants and then getting too dysregulated to actually go look for it. I'll walk you through all 6 steps. I'm going to show you how they work, and hopefully this will be helpful in your home as well. I know I keep referring to this as a checklist, but for this actual digital download, I did decide to make it more of an infographic and not have boxes to be checked off, because I don't feel like that's the important part here. Going through the steps and trying to find a lost item is the point, and I don't really want the checking off the boxes to be the point here. So I did put it in my Breezing Through brand colors and just kind of pulled this together. These are steps that I have been writing down and kind of formulating when I go through this process with my daughter, and the bullet points are just additional information to have for each individual step. And these 6 steps are the things that I found worked the best when helping my daughter find lost items. So let's talk about each individual step. Number 1, take 3 deep breaths. Not being able to find something is frustrating and can be upsetting. Take a minute to calm down before you start looking. As I said at the beginning of the video, especially for my daughter, the emotional regulation of losing something and not being able to find it is one of the biggest hurdles. And I know that's not a just her thing. And I found that getting her to calm down and be regulated before we started looking resulted in a more productive search session than if she was dysregulated. And I feel like that's really relevant for every person. When you are frustrated or angry or just dysregulated in general, it's going to be a lot harder to look for something that you can't find, and you're going to be a lot more scattered and unable to focus. Number 2, where did I last see it or have it? Where was it last? Where was it last seen? Take a minute to think about it. Look in those places. It may be there. This is something that I really try to focus on with my daughter, because I'm pretty sure she has a photographic memory. She can close her eyes and tell me something that she has seen years ago, and she can describe it in detail. Often, going back to step 1, if she's not emotionally regulated, she has a really hard time doing this. So once she's emotionally regulated, I can get her to close her eyes and think about where she had it last or where she saw the item last, and we often go look there first. Sometimes it's there, sometimes it's not. It just depends. Number 3, throw away any trash. Sometimes missing items are under trash that needs to be cleaned up. So for my daughter, she is super into creating things. She has a whole bin of blank paper that she uses to make books, to cut out things. I recently saw that she used paper to make a leash for a magnetile crocodile that we have, which I thought was ingenious. Like, that's just a brilliant way to use that. But that means she has paper trash all over her room very, very often. And so one of the things that I always have her do when she is missing something is throw away all of the trash, get rid of everything, get it out of the way, because sometimes the missing thing is just covered up by trash. Number 4, put 5 items away. One of the best ways to find a lost item is clean up. Start by putting 5 items away. The lost item may be found. So I decided to go with 5 items because I thought about doing 10, but I felt like 10 was kind of overwhelming, and 5 is much more manageable. This is actually what I do when I can't find something, or when my daughter has exhausted everything that she can and she can't find something either. I start cleaning stuff up. I start putting all of her toys back where they're supposed to go. I start putting dishes away and everything just anywhere in the house. And more often than not, I find the thing that I'm looking for, whether it's my thing or my daughter's thing. Number 5, move 5 items. Sometimes lost items are bunched up in a blanket, under a pillow, or stuffed animal. Even if those items are in the right place, the lost item may be underneath them. Pick up some things and look under them. There's a concept that I've seen other creators talk about, which is look in 3 places before asking for help. I feel like this kind of takes that to the next level of moving 5 items. So you're looking in 5 places, especially after you've put 5 things away, because more often than not, especially with my daughter, if she cannot find a stuffed animal it is because it's wrapped up in a blanket or it's under a pillow or it's between a couch cushion and she just needed to look somewhere different. And so moving 5 items, picking them up, shaking them out is really helpful in looking for especially stuffed animals. And it's, again, something that I do when she's exhausted all of her efforts and I need to start looking for something. And then we have number 6, ask for help. If all of the other steps have been done and the item is still lost, ask for help. This really is to reinforce that it is okay to ask for help. I feel like there is this trend of insisting that special needs kids, especially autistic and ADHD kids, can do things independently on their own without any help, but that's not an expectation that we have of kids that are neurotypical or don't have special needs. And so I don't think that's appropriate. I don't think it's appropriate to expect a child to do things completely independently, because as adults, we don't do things completely independently. We often ask other people for help. And so I really wanted to reinforce that here with number 6 and make it perfectly clear that it is okay that after you've exhausted all of your efforts, that asking for help from an adult is perfectly okay. And it's actually the appropriate thing. So there you have it. I really like this just because it's a physical visual aid. My daughter does really well with visual aids, and so that's why I made this. So hopefully, like I said, it's helpful for you as well in your home. You can find it on my website, breezingthrough.com/shop. And again, it is free. So thank you for watching. I really appreciate it. I can make lots of videos and downloads like this because of all of you. So make sure to like and subscribe so you can see more videos like this in your feed, and I will see you next time.